Hey, I finally went out today um, because we have been getting snow and snow and snow, and I'm not a snow person. I'm not even a cold weather person. I don't like to have to put on coats and jackets and all that stuff. And all day from yesterday, I have been pondering, debating, and before I go into my whole conundrum of thoughts, welcome to the channel. They call me Charisma. Um, so this is not a political channel at all, but this is a channel about my experiences as a grown-up person who has grown up here in this place called America. And it is from my perspective as a woman who is of African ancestry, who will soon be 57 if the creator agrees to that. And the things that I am seeing and hearing are disturbing to my spirit. And it is challenging and difficult for me to move around in a flow that I enjoy. And so that's been on me. Yesterday, the felon, the criminal in chief, was writing out all of his executive orders, and he increased the amount of money that people who are receiving Medicare, Medicaid, elders pay for their medication. He sent people home that work for the federal government who are called DEI hires. And I intended to look up DEI because I believe that that is similar to affirmative action. And someone can correct me in the comments. And the reason why I believe that it's similar is because it is a way to hire people that may not normally get hired because someone has a bias or a prejudice against the person. And if it is the same, or if it is similar, it doesn't just allow for people who look like me. It also allows for white women as well. And I think people forget the history of white women in the workplace, because white women weren't in the workplace. They were at home. And civil rights helped them get into the workplace. I remember when I was in my AmeriCorps program and we were in a meeting and we were discussing civil rights and minorities and all those things. And this young white girl said, "Oh, I identify as a minority. I feel like I'm a minority too." And I could feel the air go out of the room. And somebody said, "Well, you are a minority." I think sometimes people forget who they are because they get to be propped up as something that they are not. And then they get on a different side of a thing because they get a level of protection that somebody else doesn't get, even though that somebody else helped them get that protection. And we are getting to this point now where people are pretending like they don't know history. Like they don't know where something originated from. And that's a thing that I like. I like to know where something comes from. That's why I talk about the definitions of things, what a word means. because the origin of a thing is important. And that's why I don't let people call me black, because black to me is a color. Black is a color, and it's one color. African is a place. Africa is a place. It has an origin. The continent of Africa is a huge continent with 52 countries, I believe. Countries, not states. Countries. And when you allow people to remove you from your origin, the who you are, the who you made you, they can call you anything. They can say anything. They can make up a thing. And in this place where they have rules and laws that change at a whim, because now a felon, a criminal, can be in charge and tell everybody else what to do. Anything can be anything. Anybody can say anything. They can do anything. And you have somebody who has a company that makes cars standing on a stage giving a Nazi salute, and nobody's saying anything. Nobody's doing anything about that. That egregious thing. There are no misunderstandings. There are no coincidences. There are patterns of behavior. And for the people who sided with this criminal and you voted for him, you are in agreement with everything that he's doing and saying. And for people who keep saying that, oh, this is not the Republican Party, this is the grand old party at work, they're the same. This is not the criminals party. This is not MAGA. This is the grand old party. This is who they are. These things that they're saying and doing, this is who they are. This is who they've been from the beginning. And this is what you voted for. This is what you asked for. And for the people that voted for him and you clapping and you hooping and hollering and you voted for him because he's going to close the borders, you voted for everything that he's doing. You remember that. While he's writing into law, there are only two genders, a man and a woman, a boy and a girl. And some of you have children that identify as gay or lesbian or queer. You remember that. Keep on thinking fire not hot. And I would say that you should be ashamed of yourselves, but you don't have no shame. But some of you going to have remorse. You're going to wish you hadn't have done this thing. And for the people who are of African descent, but you black, you American, you're going to wish you hadn't have done this thing. You didn't want a woman president because you don't want a woman telling you what to do. Well, you got a felon telling you what to do now. I'm going to see how you like that. Because the felon don't care about nothing but himself and making sure that he have money for him and his friends that look like him. So while he got you up there shucking and jiving and singing and dancing for him, and he give you some pennies, some coins, being rich is not the same as being wealthy. Understand that too. A wealthy person don't have to sing for their supper. A wealthy person can sit in the crowd, in the stands, clap their hands or nod. See, Titty Ross got to sing for his supper. Soldier Boy got to sing for his supper. Wealthy people, Carrie Underwood talking about something she should get Beyonce level respect. No, ma'am. That's not how it go. But I don't want to be on here all day ranting and being an old crazy lady. Because that's how I feel. But, and I hope to never do this again, because this is not what I want this channel to be in no way, shape, or form. because you're my friend. And I want us to be friends. I don't want to ever do this. But this is, I just couldn't take it. I can't. So I hope this is the last Friday of all the Fridays that this happens. Because this is not what I want to put out in the universe. But this is a hard day for me. So I hope it's not a hard day for you, and I hope I didn't make your day any harder than it needed to be. So I hope that you will come back to the channel to see other things, and hopefully my other things won't be this way. Please like the video, even if it felt ugh. Please subscribe and please share. They call me Charisma.